Now you guys played a couple dates in Germany as well as in Europe too. How have the new songs been going over live?
It's been going great. We toured we toured Western Europe just a few months ago for No End in Sight, and all the gigs were great. So there's definitely tremendous fan support for us over there, and we've been frequenting Europe now for quite a few years. So it's definitely a staple on our touring schedule, and we're trying to play a little bit more here at home. And we've been wanting to do that for a while. It was just a matter of, squaring things away with our agents and figuring out exactly what we wanted to do and how many shows we wanted to do, and then actually doing it. So we're definitely looking forward to playing the States again more than anything else right now.
Awesome, man. Now, the title of No End in Sight, is that based on the occupation in Iraq right now?
I think it's based on a lot of different things. For me, it kind of lends itself more to the end times philosophy, which we incorporate a lot into our, or at least pepper our lyrics with here and there. I think the title is a little bit different to different people, which is cool. So it lends itself open to interpretation. And No End in Sight. A lot of people applied that to the band itself. And although that's definitely a interesting twist on the title, it definitely has nothing to do with the band.
So it's pretty much up to the listener to interpret it as their own.
Yeah, I think that's cool. That to have that kind of double-edged sword, if you will, in terms of an album or song title. It encourages people to use their own minds and to be creative and to come up with something that could perhaps inspire them a little bit.
Nice. Now, Propane also has a new addition to the fold once again. How's Rick been working out? Do you find it difficult to have an ever-revolving lineup?
Well, the difficulties are definitely there, but thank God they're only temporary. So it's just a matter of working through a couple of difficult times and then finding your groove once again. And with Rick, it was very easy because he's a tremendously talented drummer, and he's a very easygoing guy. So the transition was easy. The difficult part was just in losing JC, as a band member, because he's a good guy and he got to be a very important part of the band. After 4 to 5 years with us. So it's never easy to lose a member that you really that you had played a lot of shows with and, traveled around the world with several times and had become pretty good friends with over the years. So that's something that we've had to deal with, and we try to deal with that as professionally as possible. And we stumbled across Rick in our demo submissions to the band. And we said, well, this is probably going to be our guy here, so we flew him down for an audition, and he aced it.
Nice. Now, did you know of Rick before? Have you heard his stuff when he was Stephen Pearcy?
No, I had never heard anything from Rick before. Before his Narcotic Self stuff that he'd submitted. So I just found out later on that he had worked with Stephen Pearcy and such.
Alright. Now, Propane is kind of a legendary band, having such a strong influence and kind of bridging the gap between hardcore and thrash. What's your take on the whole metalcore genre that blew up a few years back when you guys were doing it before, during, and even after as it's starting to fade?
Well, I like a lot of the metalcore bands. I think there's a lot of talented players in that genre, and to me, it's just another sort of generation of crossover artists and crossover bands. So there's a new name with a little bit of a new twist, but to me, it's still crossover at the heart of it.
Yeah. What have been some of the highs and lows while in Propane, the whole career?
Well, the good thing is that they were mostly highs. I mean, we didn't really have any sort of expectations to live up to with this band. We just came out of the box playing music that we enjoyed playing, and we just hoped that people could identify with some of it. And so we're very fortunate to have been able to travel around the world and play so many interesting places for so many people, and to continue to release records and be full-time musicians. So it's just really been a success for us all around, and I don't think we could have asked for anything more than that. Yeah, there are some lows that go along with it, back to certain lineup changes and certain low points in the band's history. There's always going to be some of that, I think, with every band, and so it's unfortunate, but art does mimic life, within a lot of things. So this band is certainly no different than anyone else.
So is there no end in sight for Propane?
Yes, there is, but I can't tell you when that's going to be. For now, we're just doing our thing, and we're very positive about the future of this band, and it's pretty safe to say that we at least have a couple of good years with this band left. Beyond that, who knows? We'll be on autopilot.
Well, we're going to hope that's not anytime soon.
Yeah, I hope not.
Because, I don't think you guys are going to have anything to run out to a lack of writing, so to speak, these days.
Yeah, that is true. So as long as there's good inspiration there, we'll continue to do it. And as long as we're having fun, which is the most important thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys have always remained true to yourself, and when you want to do something different, I don't see you guys carrying it on as a lot of people do.
Right. Exactly.
And just kind of force-feeding it. Now, I want to thank you for taking out the time here to speak with us. Any last words for our listeners and for the fans?
Yeah, thank you very much for all of your support that you've given us over the past 16 years. We really appreciate it. And check out No End in Sight if you haven't checked it out already. And look for us on tour this June and July.
Awesome, Gary. Thanks.
Hey, thank you very much, my friend.